kind of really gross though. So I feel kind of embarrassed to show you. Where'd my brush go? The heck? Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't been posting here on a while because I've been really busy, and this is just a hobby, so you know you can't hate on me too much because nobody even watches these anyways. So besides that, I've been pretty active on my blog, which is where I spend most of my time anyways, but you should check that out if you haven't already. Anyways, into the video and into this heat. I just put on the AC because it's so hot and I'm sweating, and that's why I look kind of shiny right now. But anyways, what this video is about is I thought I would show you guys really quickly how I do my brows, since I don't take that much time and I do use one product and it's affordable. So yeah, let's just jump right into this and get the ball rolling because we ain't got all day. Okay, so the first thing I use in terms of to actually fill in my brows is this NYX, what is this, cake powder or something it's called. Really nice name. It's eyebrow cake powder, and I have mine in the shade black gray, and this one is, I don't know if you could tell from here, it basically looks black, but it's not actually black. It's a very dark brown, kind of cool undertones going on in here. My eyebrow hairs are black and my hair color is really dark, so that's why I go for this shade. I don't follow the whole rule about going one shade or two shades lighter than your hair color for your eyebrow color. It's what? Who made that rule? I don't do that. So I just literally match my brows with my hair color. This isn't like a jet black shade, so it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go in with a black shadow. That's a bit too harsh. This is, it looks like a black, but it's not a black. So just keep that in mind. And the brush I use to apply it to my brows is this one. This is from PH Cosmetics. I'm not sure if this is meant to be an eyeliner brush or a brow brush because it doesn't say. But I had this for a really long time now, so I just use it for that because it has this really nice little angle to it, and it's very thin. Can you even see that? Hopefully you can. It's a very thin brush. And then I also just use this one, this spoolie right here. It's really cheap. I definitely got this from the drugstore like more than 2 years ago. A very long time ago. Yeah, so these are the only two brushes I use. Just get any spoolie and get any kind of angled brush you have. And if you are on a budget or you don't have any brushes at all, you know, for whatever reason, that's fine. If you get this specific like NYX brow powder thing, it comes with two little brushes in it. With it. Not in it, with it. Same thing, I guess. I don't know. So you do have a spoolie and you do have this angled brush, but the only thing is, I think if you do use this brush that it comes with, this is really thick. So I don't think you're gonna get natural brows or like realistic looking brows. I think it's gonna look really harsh because I don't know if you can see this, but this is the NYX one. This is the BH Cosmetics one. This is a lot thinner. You see how thick this is? Ooh. This is so difficult. Why? Oh my gosh. Do you see the difference in thickness? Do you see that? Maybe I held that wrong. You see the difference? Okay, whatever. You get the point. But if you have nothing else, like, you could try to make that work. I don't think it'll be too bad. Maybe not. I don't know. But they do come. It does come with a spoolie, so that's really good. It's really small though, but you could still make that work. And you have two powders here. This is the darker one, and this is the lighter one. I think the lighter one is for if you want to do that gradient, like Instagram brow, have the lighter color in the beginning, and then, you know, fade out into a darker color by the until you get to the tail of the brow. Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. You get it. And then it comes with this little wax right here. You can use this to set the brow if you want, or lay this down first and then apply color. I personally don't really use this too much. I've tried it before. I don't like it. It just kind of smears all the color away, in my opinion. But you can try it out if you like it. It's up to you. I personally don't go through my brows after I fill them in with any sort of brow gel or anything like that. I used to do that when I was in high school, and then I don't know, like there was no point for me because my brows never smudged, my hairs don't go all over the place, so it was just a pointless step, so I just stopped doing it because there's really no point for me. But if you're somebody that can't live without brow gel, then go get you one, girl. Or clear mascara and use that as brow gel, whatever you want to do. So first thing I do is take the spoolie and I just brush through my brows, comb through them, whatever. I then take my brush and I dip into this color, the shade I told you right here. I just dip into that a little bit, and then I don't really tap out the excess because I put this color on, then I brush through it at the end anyway, so it kind of gets rid of any harshness. So I don't really tap it out, to be honest. So the first thing I do is I start at the tail end of my brow, and then I work my way to the front of the brow, but along the way I don't necessarily go back into product when it comes to the front of my brow because I don't want super harsh Sharpie brows. So with remaining product, after I've kind of filled in the tail end as much as I want, I then like work my way forward to the middle and the front of the brow, and then I kind of sort of, once there's like barely any product on there, sorry, the lighting's going in and out because I don't know what's going on with this Florida weather. So with the remaining products on the brush, just barely anything, I'm gonna start just kind of making this little line. It's a very faint line. It's just to fix the shape of my brow a little bit, just kind of carve it out, if you will, because I do not go in with a ton of concealer and all of that. It's too much for me. I can't right now. I don't really do that. So when there's very little to no product on the brush, I just kind of go under the brow here, under the first half of the brow, because if you can tell, I keep my brows pretty straight. I thread them myself, so I try to maintain the natural shape, and my brows are naturally pretty straight. There's no like huge arch and stuff going on. I just think it's more flattering on my face, or on most people anyways. So I keep my brow pretty straight, no crazy arch, and I don't try to reconstruct a new arch when I fill them, and I just go with the general natural shape because I don't want them to look, you know, like I don't necessarily try to do Instagram brows. That's just too much for me, yo. So I then kind of go at the top also, just kind of have a nice clean shape right here. And then I've been holding the brush like this, doing strokes like that. Then when it comes to the front of the brow, I turn the brush like this. Can you see that way? Because the actual shape of the brush kind of matches the width of my brow anyway. So I hold it like this, and then I just feather in some color right here at the very front of the brow, so it's not too harsh. If you want, and you have this specific little brow powder, you could just use the gray shade if you wanted, right in the front only. I personally I don't really care. At this point, I'll like be pretty much done with this one and just kind of move on to the other, and then come back and tweak this a little bit. So on this brow, my main concern is I have like a couple little bald spots. It's just that the hair isn't as thick and as full in certain areas, so I just want to fill it in so it doesn't look as sparse. But then on this brow, we have a little bit of the same thing, but the main concern on this brow is, I don't know if you can tell, but right here, I over tweeze, I guess, a little bit of hairs. I like pulled out a little too many and a few too many, whatever, you get me. So instead of having a nice straight little shape right here, it kind of goes a little bald, so I use the powder to fix that a little bit. So I'm just going to show you guys how I do that. I'm gonna work on filling in a little bit of that area right there, create a little shadow and make it look like there's some hairs growing there, and I didn't mess my eyebrows up. When I do this little line at the bottom to kind of clean up the shape of the brow right here, when I pass the brush like this, I usually, with the brush again, just kind of go through it and like brush it like that to diffuse the color a little bit, so it's not a harsh line, you know, because that's also not cute. So I just picked up a little bit of color, and I'm just going in that little ball spot, if you will, right here, and just filling it in, cleaning it up, tacking the shape a little bit. I'm just gonna take my spoolie, and I'm gonna brush through it to get rid of the harshness. Oh, there's some fluffies on here. This spoolie is so gross. I'm so sorry. So I'm just gonna brush through the brows. When I brush through it, it softens the brow in general. So if you want really harsh brows, I guess don't really brush through them with a spoolie. But when you brush your eyebrow hairs with this spoolie, it just kind of softens the look. So if you want a little bit too ham with your powder, your pomade, or whatever, just kind of erases the mistakes a little bit on it. Using my finger to kind of clean up any random shadow I see from the powder going off where I don't want it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I would just leave these like these for now. Leave these like these. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I usually do my brows, first before I do any other face makeup. So the first thing I do, put these on, and then with my foundation, all that stuff, I just go around. So if I get any little excess here, I guess that's my concealer technique, just using my foundation to kind of dabbing it around to clean it up a bit. But other than that, that's basically it. I then go on to doing the rest of my face makeup, eye makeup, whatever the case may be. This is literally my routine, my eyebrow routine. It's how I fill them in. It goes by really quickly when I don't have to explain anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a good one. I'll see you guys in my next one. I just said one like 3 times. Oh my gosh. Bye guys. But I usually just take a Q-tip and I pour a little bit out on it, and I just kind of rub it all up in my eyelashes, my upper and lower lashes, you know, just everywhere. And I haven't been putting it in my brows lately because